Hello everybody, welcome back to cocospanish.com, the easiest and affordable site to learn Spanish online. My name is Leonardo and I am your teacher for this level. Remember, this is the level A1 and this is the lesson number 5. Today's lesson is about the articles in Spanish. We will learn the classification of the articles depending of gender, depending of numbers, and depending of definition in Spanish. You are in the A1 level, which is a beginner level, but I am sure that if you dedicate enough time to watch these videos, you will be mastering the Spanish in no time. So let's get started. In Spanish, we have a classification for the articles. We classify by gender, can be feminine or masculine. We can classify by number, can be singular or plural. And we can classify by definition, can be defined or undefined articles. So the universal D of the English language can become in several types of articles in Spanish depending of these aspects. So let's start with the feminine and masculine classification. There is a rule that says that all the nouns ending in A are feminine and all the nouns ending in O are masculine. Unfortunately, we have some exceptions of the rule and we have to memorize one by one these exceptions in order to master. For example, we have house, which is a noun in English, and the meaning of Spanish is casa. So it's a feminine noun. We would say la casa. And we have cat in English, in Spanish is gato. Is a masculine noun. We will say el gato. Of course, we are talking about singular. La casa and el gato are singular. And now we will see the classification by number. We have singular or plural. For example, if we have one house, we say la casa, but if we are more than one, we will have to move to the plural. We will say las casas. And if we have the horse, we will say el caballo because it's a masculine, and if we have more than one, we will say los caballos because are plural. The last classification of the articles are by definition. We have a defined or undefined article. What about the defined? Is when we are talking about something specific, and the undefined is we are talking about generally. So we have the circle, el círculo defined, or a circle, un círculo if it's undefined, or we are talking about generally. Okay, we have learned so far that the Spanish articles can be or masculine or feminine, can be singular or plural, or can be defined or undefined. So the universal article D of the English can become a lot of different types of articles, and the A and some of the English also can become a different type of articles in Spanish. Easy to understand. Let's see this chart. We have singular and plural, defined and undefined, and feminine and masculine. For example, if we are talking about a defined and singular feminine, we will say la, and we are talking about a defined masculine singular, we will say el. And we will, if we're talking about plural, we will say las or los. So we have some exceptions of the rule. For example, el día is supposed to be feminine, but it's masculine, you say el día. El planeta is supposed to be feminine, but it's masculine, you say el planeta. Canción is supposed to be masculine, but it's feminine, you say la canción. And lección is supposed to be masculine, and it's feminine, you say la lección. So there's some exception of the rule. So let's start practicing the defining singular and feminine and masculine. So, for example, you say supermarket is supermercado, you will say el supermercado. Pelota, you will say la pelota. Perro, you will say el perro. Bolsa, you will say la bolsa. Vino, you will say el vino. Now let's practice the defining in plural, feminine and masculine. Banks, bancos, we are talking about plural, we will say los bancos. Chicos is plural masculine, we will say los chicos. Teléfonos, plural masculine, we will say los teléfonos. Hermanas, plural feminine, we will say las hermanas. Iglesias, plural feminine, we will say las iglesias. Now let's practice the undefined singular and feminine or masculine. Monkey is masculine, singular, undefined, you will say un mono. Casa, feminine, singular, undefined, you will say una casa. Biblia, feminine, singular, undefined, you will say una Biblia. Caballo, masculine, undefined, singular, un caballo. And door, puerta, you will say masculine, singular, undefined, una puerta. What about the undefined in plural, in feminine and masculine? So let's go. Some banks, unos bancos. Some boys, unos chicos. Some monkeys, unos monos. Some sisters, unas hermanas. And some church, unas iglesias. If you see, the difference is the letter S at the end, just to classify by singular or plural. Okay, now let's go to the funniest part of the lesson. It is the memorizing of the 10 words or phrases in each class. And the number one is doctor, doctor, doctor. The number two is cocinero, cocinero, chef, cocinero. The number three is abogado, abogado, lawyer, abogado. The number four is contador, contador, accountant, contador. The number five, arquitecto, arquitecto, architect, arquitecto. The number six, carpintero, carpintero, carpenter, carpintero. The number seven, diseñador, diseñador, designer, diseñador. The number 8, agricultor, agricultor, farmer, agricultor. The number 9, jardinero, jardinero, gardener, jardinero. The number 10, ingeniero, ingeniero, engineer, ingeniero. And the today bonus is periodista, periodista, journalist, periodista. Okay, this is the end of the today lesson. I hope you enjoyed, and remember, you can see this video as many times as you need and practice the vocabulary in order to memorize. My name is Leonardo, and if you have any question, don't hesitate and send me a message, and I will come back to you within the next 24 hours. Thank you very much for your time, and remember, to learn Spanish has never been so easy with cocospanish.com. Nos vemos en la próxima clase. See you in the next class. Adiós.